Make sure you're subscribed with notifications on.
Nothing gets me more excited watching a comic book movie to see, why do we watch these films? As far as me personally, growing up reading comics and things like that, is to see these comic books come to life, to see these heroes come together. Like that always excites me. I mean, watching that first Avengers film, just geek out moments after another, right? And Gunn, is trying to attempt to do like his own style of Avengers. I'll kind of talk about that later, but it seems Gunn is really trying to bring that type of flavor, that superhero moments, and things like that. So it's really cool to see Mr. Terrific with his T-spheres flying, and Hawkgirl, guy Gardner. I like that I could just tell that's gonna be a cool moment where they all come down and land, and you get to see their different personalities. As a comic book fan, just moments like that are really cool. And I think of like in BVS, that moment, is she with you? I thought she was with you, and you see the Trinity, the Panther, like moments like that are so cool. Are so cool to me, man. So looks like we're gonna get some of that, right? So, and as far as with Guy Gardner, we'll talk about their suits in just a moment here. But I'm gonna focus on just the idea that we have Hawkgirl, that we have Mr. Terrific on the big screen, Guy Gardner. They're all together in one shot with Superman. Now, where is Metamorpho? Where in the world is Waldo? It could be a story to that, and we'll kind of talk about that as well here or in other videos. But I'm a person about the moments. Give me the moments, right? So that's what it looks like we're getting. I like to see Guy Gardner. He's got that bowl cut. Of course, he's like this big jerk, and or he just, I don't know. Socially, he's probably just not the best, but you have this crowd, all these extras there. They're part of the scene, so they're cheering for these superheroes, and what I'm saying, they're taking it all in, all the adulation and things like that. So, like I said, I like moments like that, and it looks like we're going to get again a lot of that. So now, as far as the suits, I've talked to full extent about Superman's suit. And like I said, I'm just going to believe that just like in Falcon and Winter Soldier, that they fixed suits in post to make it look a little more appealing on film. That I'm assuming that's what Gunn's going to do for the Superman suit. So I'm going to set that conversation. I did several videos about this. Check out those videos. Leave your comments on that as far as with that, because suits are fixed in post. That this isn't some novel idea or anything like that. It does happen, right? Now, putting Superman's suit aside, I'm seeing extreme discourse about specifically Hawkgirl and Guy Gardner's suit. Now, what I find weird about this, the other day we saw Mr. Terrific for the first time. Also, the same day we saw the full Superman suit. And it felt like the majority, not all, right? Not all, but the majority was like, yeah, that's Mr. Terrific. That's how he should look. But then when you see the same style of uniforms on Guy Gardner and Hawkgirl, all of a sudden, like, everyone loses their mind. These are the worst suits ever. It's like, it's just like Mr. Terrific. Like, I don't. How could Mr. Terrific's suit be decent, but then the rest are clown suits when it's the same team, same uniforms? Oh, it doesn't look like the comic book. Well, okay, I give you that. It doesn't look like the comic book, but do you see that Mr. Terrific, Guy Gardner, and Hawkgirl literally have the same style of uniform? So it must be part of the same team, and they're under this corporate entity. As people are putting two and two together from the set, these appears to be LordTech symbols or JL symbols. So we're thinking Justice League International. Again, this is still trying to put pieces together and speculating, but I think we could tell all three, Mr. Terrific, Guy Gardner, Hawkgirl, all have the same symbol on their chest. All have the same style of suit. Almost like this is Mr. Terrific's team, right? Like this is his branch, his unit. And they, are on his team. We can't say on one hand that Mr. Terrific's suit looks okay and then the rest are just total garbage. We can't say that. Now, if you just wanted, again, comic book accuracy, then okay, yeah. I think a lot of suits are changed for live action. And I feel like it's a story reason for this. They're on the same team, so what does that mean? It's Mr. Terrific. This is his team he's leading. Is there another team of heroes? And they have different style of suits? You know what I mean? It's like, I was surprised at just the outright, just brain melting, crashing out when everyone was fine with Mr. Terrific's style of suit before. I just really was kind of at a loss. I was like, you can't even have a discourse if they're like saying two different things. But to address, as far as Guy Gardner's actual look, because again, I have no problem with the style of these suits. That's the point I'm trying to make. It's like, I thought the style of Mr. Terrific's suit was cool. These are the same styles, folks. But addressing comic book accuracy, I think it's clear. I think we can understand with this being behind the scenes that Guy Gardner, pretty sure he's gonna have a green glow, in post. Pretty sure, right? And maybe having all that white will help with the CGI after the fact. But yeah, Guy Gardner like in a mostly all white suit. Yeah, no one was expecting that. But we still got to understand this is behind the scenes, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna have a green glow, right? I think it's gonna look kind of clear. Now, again, Hawkgirl. I think Isabel Merced, I think she looks great. Again, I have no problem with these Mr. Terrific style suits. They're on his team. That's what I'm trying to put two and two together, connecting. Oh, they understand this is his unit. So they're going to be kind of dressed similar, the same uniform as him, just their own little style. And I think it's clear, since we've seen that she can fly in this film, she is Hawkgirl. So it's going to be CGI wings, right? And so I think that's going to look even better. Again, some things are done after post. These are behind the scenes pictures, right? And maybe this is just a fundamental thing that just people are not going to agree, with me on, as far as my take on this. I don't mind a Mr. Terrific style suit. I don't mind that uniform. And if they're the Terrifics, that's the Mr. Terrific team in the comics. If these are the new Terrifics and they have a similar uniform, I really have no problem. These aren't the cheapest things I ever saw. People all over the place with that. So, and then again, we know those are going to look better in post. So, don't have to go too much further with that. It's just a weird discourse. But again, it comes down to just preference. There's some that, they are not going to give this film any kind of chance or conversation. And that's fine. It's just, let's just kind of be consistent. If you're going to consistently say, F everything with this, then yeah, that's probably your best approach for your for your own well-being. Just probably want to take a break from watching James Gunn's videos, right? Because it's like the conclusions people are making is all over the place. But I think these look fine, and I think this gets me thinking, like, okay, I want to learn more about these corporate suits. because we know we have with Rick Flag Sr., the engineer, and what we're thinking is Ultraman, they're in all black. But then the Mr. Terrifics, they have the white, suits. So that's a story theme right there. These suits are kind of telling a story that we honestly don't fully have yet. But like I said, overall, it's really cool just to have all these superheroes in one shot. I really am ready for some geek out moments with that. Not mad at all. Definitely leave your comments below with that. And yeah, we are still waiting to see Metamorpho. Apparently, that blue guy that was in some of these shots, he was just there to help with the stunts, according to Cleveland.com, the website. So that apparently is not going to be Metamorpho. That's the one that's going to be kind of CGI'd out. He's helping Hawkgirl and Mr. Terrific land with their stunt work. So I definitely I'm looking forward to seeing the finished shots of all these characters together, man.